everybody, and welcome to another episode of DIPSTICK'S Car Reviews, a show about the everyday consumer car and my unprofessional opinion on them. Today's show is going to be a little different. Instead of one car we're going to review in particular, I picked 3 cars from the 2019 year that we're going to take a look at and see what they're all about. So stay tuned for that. So first car coming up is the 2019 Kia 900. Kia states that they've totally redesigned the 900 for the 2019 model year, making it a little bigger, about the same size as the Mercedes S-Class and the BMW 7 Series. And the funny thing is that Kia 900 is competing against the S-Class and the 7 Series, but the 900 is half the price. But just because it's half the price doesn't mean you miss out on any of the features or power it has. For instance, it has a 3.3-liter twin-turbo V6, which produces 365 horsepower. And if that sounds familiar, yeah, it's the same engine they put in the Kia Stinger. And in the interior, Kia decided to deck this thing out with all sorts of cool toys. Like for instance, for the driving modes that you pick, like Sport or Econ or Comfort, whatever. So say you put it in a sports mode, the driver's seat adjusts and hugs you and sucks you in to keep you that much more planted in your seat. How cool is that? But moving into the back seat, this is where it gets really intense. The 900 is equipped with a thing called executive seating, which basically means you ride like a king in the back of these things. For instance, it's got 2 monitors on the headrest so you can watch TV or play on social media or do whatever you want in the back of these things. It's got built-in phone chargers, personal climate control. But here's the moneymaker. On the armrest, there's a button called Rest Mode. And if you push that button, it reclines the back seat that you're sitting in and pushes the front seat all the way forward. So you just get to sit back and relax as your chauffeur takes you wherever you want. But being that it's $50,000, is it worth it? Yeah, depending. I mean, you get a lot of power, you get all-wheel drive, and you get a ton of luxurious bells and whistles. So really, in the long run, it's less than a BMW and Mercedes, but is it as cool? Alright, moving on down the list at number 2 is the Toyota Supra. And God, doesn't that thing look freaking good? God, that thing, oh, I like it. Okay. So I know there's been a lot of accusations about the Toyota Supra, and hopefully I can put some of those to rest for everybody. Like the release date. Everybody's been saying that it's going to come out in 2019. That might not happen, people. Might not be till 2020 or later. I'm not sure, because Toyota's saying that it's still only 90% complete. They still got a lot of tweaking and tuning to do on it. So don't hold your breath, but cross your fingers, because hopefully that time will make this thing so worth it. And yes, Toyota is working in cooperation with BMW on this vehicle. So for instance, like the engine, it's going to have a BMW B58 turbocharged inline 6-cylinder that they're claiming is going to have over 300 horsepower, and the car itself is going to do 0 to 60 in less than 5 seconds. And here's another thing. They're saying it's going to have a 50-50 weight distribution, which is kind of hard for me to believe because it's front-engined and rear-wheel drive. And they can only really achieve that 50-50 in supercars that are mid-engine, where the engine's in the middle. So, I kind of want to wait and see that one because, like I said, engine's in front. I don't know how they got that 50-50. So for 50 grand, we're going to really have to see if this thing will knock our socks off or what. Because with the numbers they're putting out right now, it doesn't impress me much. I mean, just over 300 horsepower, just under 5 seconds from 0 to 60. I feel like you could spend less money on a car that can already do that. So yes, I'm excited for the Supra. I can't wait to see it get out on the road, and I really want to take a look at it and see what it's all about. But for now, it's still in progress. So sometimes I get down on myself because I think, man, Europe's got all the badass supercars, you know, like Bugatti, Pagani, Koenigsegg, Lamborghini, Ferrari. But you know what? We get this. The Hennessey Venom F5. Made out of Texas, USA. So F5 being named after a class of tornadoes that go 280 to 318 miles an hour. So everybody remembers the Hennessey Venom GT that could do 270 miles an hour. But the F5 is claiming to break 300 miles an hour. 300. They want to break 300. Doesn't mean 300, it means like over 300. That's insane. Like, that's insane. And this is how Hennessey is gonna do it. Let's start with the engine. They got a 7.6 liter twin turbocharged V8 pumping out 1,600 horsepower. 1,600. Let's move on to the body. The body's made completely out of carbon fiber, which only weighs 1,300 kilograms. Translate that over into pounds, that's 2,866 pounds. So in reality, this thing has a better power to weight ratio than the Koenigsegg 1:1. So let's move on to acceleration times. I can't tell you how fast it'll do 0 to 60, but I can tell you how fast it'll do 0 to 186 miles an hour. 10 seconds. Yep, 10 seconds. That's rip your face off fast. So let's get down and dirty into the price range. $1.6 million, which is honestly pretty damn cheap for a hypercar. So yeah, I bet before you watch this video, you're sitting there thinking, the Bugatti Chiron's the fastest car in the world. You might want to rethink that. So this concludes round 2 of the news segment for Dipsticks car reviews. Again, if you guys have any suggestions or ideas of cars you want me to do in the news segment, put them below. But as for now, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time.